Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Octopath Traveler 0. Last time we left off, we got started on our adventure and actually chose our class, our proper adventure, out of the prologue, I guess. Although I guess we're still in the prologue, yeah. So, yeah, we'll get somewhere. I need to head to Wishvale. So, let's go see what that is all about. I don't know if we'll be able to do an hour-long one today. It depends on how long I last, but it's been a long day and I am very exhausted. So, we will see. It's been a long day and the day's only just started. And here's our town that we need to repair. God, looking at this makes me want to play a life sim. Oof. Just randomly got a super urge for that.
こんな静かじゃなかったよね。私たちの町は小さかったけど。
Honestly, the grass and everything grew back pretty well. I don't actually know how many years it was, but for how big of a fire that was, nature's recovered shockingly well.
いつも誰かの声とか薪木を割る音が聞こえて。ごめんね。やっぱりこのままにはしておけない。この町を失って初めて本当に大切なものが分かったの。ごめん、父さん。私バカだった。もう一度ここでみんなの笑顔が見たいよ。だからウィッシュベールを立て直す。父さんの後継ぎとして。まずはそうだな、工房を建てるところから始めよう。
Yeah, that sounds like a good start. Somewhere to actually do the work. Building area expanded. Talk to Stia. Can definitely see how this was part of a mobile game. Before we get started, this rubble needs to go. We'll need to clear plenty of space for the workshop. Would you mind helping out? Got it. With my dancer abilities. 3 tasks are the next step in restoring Wishvale to its former glory. If you're uncertain what to do next, try taking on a town task. The more Wishvale is restored, the more objects can be removed. Examine a piece of rubble with A to remove it and collect building materials. Okay. So is this like, I imagine this was like a daily thing, like collecting that stuff in the mobile game. I'm wondering how it's going to translate in this. Thanks, Quinn. This should do it. Now for the materials. The rubble provided us with plenty of stone, but we don't have any lumber. Would you mind going out and gathering some lumber from Wishvale Trail? Yeah, I got it. Don't worry. Gather materials for construction and develop the town. Various materials can be found on the field. Once collected, they'll reappear after some time. If you see something sparkling, make sure to pick it up. Okay. So yeah, that is how it works. It'll respawn. Just takes some time. So I wonder if I'll have to grind for any of that. We shall see, we shall see. Kinda just exploring because I wanted to see where all we could go in town. Kinda shocked I can go all the way over here, but I guess the building area is just that large. I couldn't go over here, over there when the town was actually here, I don't believe. Well, we have plenty of trees for now. This does make me think of Life Sim. God, now I want like an Octopath Life Sim. Some like rune factory kind of thing, but it's Octopath. I'd be so down for that. don't see any more rubble or anything. Okay. I just kind of wanted to fill in the map. Just to see if there was anything around. But it seems like no. Oh, here's the graves. Not the best area for a graveyard. Close to water, and it's not very big. Okay. What do we got? 5 lumber. Is that all I needed? Looks like there's more down here. You know what? I'm just gonna go collect it all. That makes sense to me. Squeak. Yeah, let's just get all the lumber. I surprised you. I'm kind of shocked. I thought you surprised me. Boom. Yada yada. 5 flowers. Now, if I go this way as well, is there more stuff this way? No. Okay. So it looks like it was mostly just those few things. Well, we can go ahead and get out of here now. Ooh, that's unfortunate. I hope you're weak to this? Okay, cool. Nice. Luckily you're not too strong, I guess. Get beat up by a fan. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Go over here. Hello, I have the wood. Okay, I guess that initial one wasn't enough because you needed 6 anyway, so I'm glad I collected it all. Thanks, there should be plenty. Yeah, I can do this. Pop's taught me all about building a strong foundation. Now let's build a workshop. That seems like a monumental task for one person. I mean, I guess you have me to help, but... being able to handle all of it yourself, like, you know, masonry and stone cutting is way different than carpentry, but you just seem like you can do it all.
さすがに父さんみたいにはいかないけどね。でも寝泊まりできるし、次の建物をここから建てていけるよ。うん、ここからあの頃のウィッシュベールを取り戻していこう。
Oh, hey, Nomos.
復興の日は灯ったようだな。
ノモスさん。
これは神の指輪。この地は指輪を持つ3人の邪悪な者たちによって奪われた。
There they are.
バローレを掌握する富を極めし者ヘルミニア。
Are you the merchant class? I guess so. Maybe I should go for you first.
エンバーグローを支配する権力を極めし者タイタス。
That makes me think warrior.
シアトポリスにその名を轟かす名声を極めし者アーギスト。
Honestly, don't know there. I was kind of assuming I would get a job class from each of them, kind of like how you get the jobs in like Bravely Default by defeating the bosses, basically, and you just steal their job. But maybe that's not the case. Because Master of Fame, I don't. That would strike me as like, oh, that would be Dancer or something. Maybe Thief, but.
彼らは大陸の覇者として君臨している。この3人が指輪を持つ限り、大陸は邪悪に包まれるであろう。お前に 指輪を授ける。
I mean, we already got one class because we got Dancer, but I kind of assumed that was us, like, choosing which class we wanted this ring to be. And then we get the other ones, and then that would give the other classes. But...
持ち主の欲望を叶える力を持った指輪だ。
同じ指輪、そんなもの。
選ばれたからだ。私はお前を見てきた。そしてお前は選ばれた。旅の果てに何を望む？
Select what you seek? Wealth, power, fame. Honestly, I don't want any of these. Like... I mean, wealth is useful for being able to help people, I suppose. I would use it for that. I wouldn't use it for, like, myself. Fame is like, who cares? I don't care about fame. So, power, I guess? But not, like, power to protect others, I guess, is what I would want. Not, like, just power for the sake of power, like ruling over people or something, but more like power to do what's right and those kinds of things. Because, yeah, wealth and fame mean nothing to me. So power, I guess. Power, the strength to crush your foes. A mighty blade to triumph on the battlefield. And yet, in the wrong hands, the same blade may be used to wound the innocent. Yeah? You who seek power will begin your journey in the snow-swept frontiers of the Frostlands. There you will cross paths with Titus the hero. Leader of the Scarlet Wings, a band of former criminals, he rules Emberglow with an iron fist.
権力を極めし者、タイタス。
I know I said I was probably going to go for who gave me the merchant class, but now I'm wondering if that isn't the merchant class, so...
奴は肥沃兵団を率い、この地を血に染めた当人だ。お前が望むものは権力でいいのか？
You're about to commence the Tale of Power from the Frostlands. Proceed. You may still play the other tales later. Set your influence to power and raises power influence. I mean, it makes sense for me to start here as well, because from like a story standpoint, as far as our character knows and is concerned, Titus makes sense to be the first one we go for, because that's the one we saw directly tied to the events of what happened in town. We never actually saw the fame character, and we definitely never saw the wealth character. So from a story standpoint, it makes sense for our character to want to go for Titus first, and then get information about like who he works for, who he's working with, and then move from there. So I don't know what power influence means. Set your influence to power and raises power influence. I don't know what that means. But we will see, I suppose. We will see. Let's go. I think this makes the most sense for like a first story choice.
まだ望むものを手にしてはいないだろう。
And I could have looked at the other two, but it doesn't seem like they give you much. It's just like, yeah, you're going to go after this character, this character, this character, and it's going to increase your influence. Which I don't totally know what that means yet. I don't know if it dictates my stats, how my town grows, what have you.
心の赴くままに行くがいい。そして その童貞で神の指輪を集めるのだ。
望むもの。ねえ、君はどんな道を選ぶの？
I've got an asshole to murder.
ウィッシュベールをもう一度取り戻す。それとも故郷を奪った奴らを探して。君がどんな道を選んだとしても、私は君を尊重したい。
We can do both.
さす
Oops, sorry.
だからこれからも道は同じだよ。
I like slightly cut you off there a little bit. Apologies. Obtained Ring of Aelfric the Flamebringer. Quinn learned the ultimate technique Aelfric's favor. New companion acquired, Stia. Here on out, how you progress through the story is up to you. Select quests from the menu and use that to track quests. Track quests will appear on the minimap. Quests consist of episodes that advance the main story and side stories that enliven your journey and bring you together with new friends. Stia! Stia, the architect, old friend who provides all manner of support. Look at her! Weapons, axes and knives, battle skills, first aid, restore HP of an ally. Battle skills, chop wood, unleash an axe attack, learn support skills that unlock assistance for allies in the front row. Learn all manner of support skills and employ them effectively to triumph in battle. Okay, so I'm guessing based off of what it's describing here, Stia is probably stuck as an architect. I might not be able to change her class? Maybe? Like, it might be more you change party members, not classes. But I can learn skills to change my character's class from them. So maybe I can get access to the architect, like, class now? But the way they're describing this currently, it makes me feel like, oh, Stia won't ever be able to change classes and it's mostly just swapping around your party to suit whatever needs you have. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Rank up, power, fame. Okay. And skills. Protagonist jobs. Yeah, so the protagonist can change jobs, no one else can. So protagonist is going to be my absolutely most busted character. Because I'll be able to just change jobs to suit whatever in the world I need. So that is something important to keep in mind, I feel. Also means I should probably put, like, most nuts and stuff on my protagonist, at least until we get to, like, late game and I have a good idea of, you know, who I want, like, my final party to be. But if Galdera and stuff is still in here, we're gonna be using everybody anyway, so... Hello. Rekindling the Flame Part 1. It seems something, or someone is living in the shack north the Octopath Plains. Perhaps pursuing this lead will help facilitate the restoration of Wishvale. Okay, and that's not the main story. Gather information about Titus is the main story. Okay, well, what's in here? I do want to rest. That sounds phenomenal. That does remind me, by the way, what can I... Okay, you do have default stuff, good. Also, I'm realizing too, skills, protagonist jobs. Warrior, merchant, thief, apothecary, hunter, cleric, scholar. Yeah, okay. So main character can be the classic Octopath classes, but the unique thing about each of these characters is they kind of have their own class that my character can't use, which is very interesting. So they're like unique extra classes. I wonder if you ever do get the opportunity to like open them up as one of your protagonist jobs. Yeah. I wonder, and maybe they can change job classes at some point, I'm not sure. And maybe they each just get like their own unique job class, kind of like how there's special job classes in like Final Fantasy Tactics that you usually can't get access to yourself, like astrologer and stuff. Alright. Let's start. I have to believe that there are other survivors out there somewhere. And if they've heard we're rebuilding Wishvale, maybe they'll come back and help. Hey, Quinn, maybe we should look for them. When traveling through the North Theotropolis Plains, I remember seeing an old shack. I got the feeling someone was living there and I couldn't help but wonder. It's the first place you passed after leaving the Wishvale Trail. Whoever's there might know something. Let's go and take a look. Is this gonna be like a Suikoden thing where we are going to go around the world and recruit people for our town and stuff? Because I absolutely love that shit. Yeah, let's rekindle the flame first. I think there's someone living in that shack. Okay. Alright, alright. I'm interested, I'm interested. We also don't know what happened to Finn and Lorana. Transport yourself instantly to any town you visited. Select the place you want to go and press A. To return to Wishvale, press RB to move the cursor there instantly. Okay, nice. So, Masters of Wealth, the Covetous Witch. Master of Power, the Scarlet Tyrant. Oh my god, we gotta walk far to get to that? Oh my goodness. Okay. And Cerulean Caverns is where I went before. Okay, wow, yeah, we've got a schmoove. We have definitely got to schmoove. Shotto. Can now heal the entire party with Aelfric's favor? Oh, we have an ult. Yeah. Okay. When the gauge is full, press Y to unleash the ultimate technique. Fill the gauge and unleash a powerful attack. The ultimate technique gauge fills when performing actions such as breaking an enemy. At level 1, the gauge can be carried over to the next battle. Okay. Interesting. So level 1 will carry over to the next battle. Level 2 will not. Okay. Well, I'm going to beat you up. God. Octopath has such good music. Okay, so the ult is, different. The ult is different. And obviously, Stia having, like, seemingly a class that only she can access is also very different. Okay, so I can head down there, but that leads towards Master of Wealth. And they're all kind of the same starting point. It seems like even after choosing that I wanted to go after Titus first, I still can go do the other things if I wanted. It seems. But I'm not positive. Like, you can't just ignore that and do what you want instead. You just choose that to lock in your, like, power aspirations, I guess? Okay, yeah. And then we have, like, all the crafting materials that we're going to be picking up throughout the adventure. Oh, frog with a spear. Oh, yeah, the Froggins! Forgot about the Froggins. Dagger? Nope. Okay, that works. Nice. Well, very easy. Okay, 3 cloth. That just leads to Emberglow Wilds. Yeah, which is the other area we could have went to here. But we skipped to this location instead. We basically, like, took that big long road, we just skipped through it. I see. So you don't actually walk every single step, like you did in some of the other games. Oh, the meeps! I remember the meeps. Luckily you are weak. Level up for Quinn. Can I actually see, can I see the, like, stat draw from these? I don't remember if Octopath actually does that or not. If depending on your class you get different stat draw. I'm pretty sure you do. Or maybe it's just being in the different classes changes your stats, and then otherwise they're affected by, like, other things. So it might be like a mostly linear upgrade path for them, but I think still there's like some sort of stat draw for them. Maybe not. Maybe not. But like, yeah, you can see like their stats change here depending on that. So yeah, I guess their stat draw does change based off of that, but it's not like something like Fire Emblem where like, oh, if I want a character to be a mage, I should always put them in mage classes because otherwise they'll get stats they don't need, like physical attack and HP. That's mostly what I was curious about. But yeah, it's very easy to get like all the different JRPGs and their systems kind of entangled with each other. Serpent's Burrow. Danger level 6. So this just seems to be an optional dungeon, probably. Possibly for a quest I'll maybe get from someone. Hopefully I don't do this and then have to come back in here later anyway. Oh my. Adamo. That seems scary. Deal fan damage to a foe 3 times. Lion dance. There's an Etten serpent. Yep, 2-headed. So what are you debuffed by currently? What is that? Physical or magic attack? Okay, weakness. Consume twice the SP. Oh, okay. That's not a problem. Gale Strike. I probably shouldn't be here yet, but it's fine. Well, I got a crit. I'm going to have to first aid you. You are going to use twice as much SP, but we'll just have to live with that, won't we? Fan? Nope, not weak to fan either. Axe? Okay, axe is what the wind wisp is weak to. Ow, mass venomous thing? I think big snakes usually, yeah, weak to axe because you're cutting the head off the snake. Gotta be careful here. Are you weak to this? Yes, you are. Okay, there we go. I got my BP boost. First aid. Even if Stia dies, I should be able to win here. There you go. So that poison damage is high. Ooh. Level 2? Aelfric's Favor? Okay, I'm not poisoned anymore though. I'm gonna go for this. What does Wild Strike do again? Special effects? I just wanted to see what exactly does Wild Strike do? Here we go. Okay, I must have accidentally pressed X at some point to get that to go away. I mean, yeah, we're gonna do this. There we go. Okay. So area might be a little bit spooky for me right now. Just a wee bit. We will need to be careful in here. Stia does stay dead. No coming back with 1 health here. Use a healing grape on myself. Okay, well, luckily we just got another olive of life just like that. Blue must mean equipment? Or it's locked. Perhaps restoring Wish Veil is the key to opening these blue chests. Okay. I should probably note when there's treasure chests and stuff like this. The question is, where should I put notes for it? I'm gonna take a screenshot of it for the moment. And I'll just know that, like, screenshots for Octopath means I should return back to that area at some point for different reasons. I never did find what the Froggen was weak to. You're not weak to that either. Okay, well, I can at least stun you. And we should be able to kill the Froggen, like, next round. Okay, that Etten snake was just really scary, actually. And these are luckily not nearly as bad to deal with. There we go. Mighty Gale. I really need a mage. I need a mage very badly. Need it in my life. Yada yada. Okay. Treasure chest is still locked, of course. Wait, was gold equipment? Yeah, gold's equipment. Okay. We already have leather helm though. Well, I just have an ordinary hat, actually. Huh. It gives me elemental attack though. I don't really have any elements to use currently, though, but I won't put it on. Because I probably will be... How much JP do we have? JP held 40. Yeah, I need 100 before my next one. Ooh, okay, there appears to be a scary enemy down there. Also appears to be some equipment in here, too. Okay. Venomous Viper. That didn't work. I shouldn't have, braved there. If I ever call it brave, I blame Bravely Default, by the way. I will choose to blame Bravely Default in that case. Because it'll probably happen quite a bit. Yeah, you just use daggers too. Yeah, our equipment draw currently has a lot of overlap. Which is unfortunate, because we both use daggers. So we will have to work around that. Another reason why I want to get another character, or potentially switch classes for one of us. There you go. It was a little bit risky because the Froggen could have attacked Stia there, but we are good. Grape. Okay, so this is clearly some sort of dangerous encounter. Probably just gonna healing grape you now, preemptively. Elite enemies are powerful foes that lurk within dungeons. Defeat them to obtain valuable items that can be used to improve the town's facilities. Make sure to be fully prepared before taking them on. Okay, and it says you are strong. You are an elite enemy. Okay, the game should have saved when we come in here, though, so... We will see. Menacing Eton Asp. What an asshole. Lower physical attack, physical defense on a foe for 2 turns. We are going to be doing this. Because that lowers your physical attack and your physical defense. Ow, the mass venomous thing. We don't really have... I can cure one of us of poison, but it's not going to be that effective. Honestly. Oop, you missed. Ooh, we might not be able to do this. Because that thing is going to hit like a truck. First aid yourself. Yeah, and with the poison on top. I mean, I do have my ultimate technique, which maybe we will need to use at some point. Okay, maybe I should buff the weakened foundation even more. Let's do that. Less physical attack on you, the better. Okay. Restore HP and cure ailments to the entire front row or back row. Here we are. Thank you, Elfric. Oh my god. That's a big heal. Jeez. Was not properly ready for just how much that was going to heal. Kochinoban. Attack. Alright. More weakened foundation. Gotta keep those stats max low. Alright. So you're at level 3 loss of that now. We should... Well, no, it's only showing 2 arrows. I thought it went up to max 3. It should. But I didn't actually see it go up there. Just the duration went up. But that's fine. So nothing... Defense of a foe for 2 turns. Well, I mean, we need to... probably shouldn't Wild Strike. Just gonna hit with one of those. I can't because I need to save my SP. Alright, yeah. We just need to save our SP, so I'm going to hold off on doing that. Big damage there, though. Are you yellow yet? Probably not? Yeah, about what I expected. Okay. So... does weaken foundation. Can I get it to like a level 3? No. Okay. So that maybe that's the max there, because yeah, it's 2 arrows. Maybe I misremembered, or maybe that's the max for that one. Although that would be weird. Okay. Let's try this. Does this work at all? Well, we missed, so I won't know. Successive strike stance? Okay, that's not a counter stance. That just means you get to go more times. Okay, good to know. Okay, you're not weak to that. Ooh, my ult is going to take some time to fix. Ow. Okay, learn skills, weaken foundation. I mean, that is the only reason we are still alive right now. My skills. Let's lion dance. There we go. Gotta buff up. Ooh. Okay. That was terrifying. Let's see. Your turn comes next. I could break you here. I'm going to have to break you here. You better hit all 3 of those. Thank you. Oh wait, poison ticks at the end. Shit. I forgot poison ticks at the end. Ah, you're getting so close to death too. Well, olive of life you. I will take damage. No, we're dead, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's any way for me to stop this. We're gonna have to flee. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. We'll come back. We'll come back at a later point. But yeah, I think that's a bit spooky to do right now. With just the 2 of us, I thought I would try it. And we were getting there. But the poison damage along with only having the 2 characters definitely makes it a little bit more difficult. Beat you up. It was listed as a strong enemy, and I do think it's possible. I just don't think it's worth bashing my head against right now. It would be way, way better to level up some more. Well, I know you're not weak to this. Wait, is that a frog in 3? Okay, so that's why it's different. Unfortunately, the fan doesn't really help there. Thank you for big dodge. There we go. Okay, that's dead. I need some magic. Yeah, that extra BP for getting low health is phenomenal. I'm really happy I chose that one. Danger BP is just super strong. Wait, what did I get there? I got a Fang? Thought I saw Fang. Was it building material? No? Could have sworn I saw that I got a Fang there. Must be crazy. Well, I can learn new skills. For you. Stroke of Genius grants 2 self 2 random attribute raising effects for 2 turns. Max damage to all foes. Donate BP. Share SP. Grant an ally your attribute raising effects for 2 turns? Oh shit. Okay. Wow, that seems really good. I'm gonna get Stroke of Genius. And then I'm going to get Greater Distribution after that. Okay, so you can just spread your buffs to friends. Quite powerful. Always love that one. You can just have someone else buff for you. Very, very nice. But yeah, once I go get probably some like new equipment and hopefully armor, we should be a lot better off dealing with a lot of these things. Let me get rid of the Froggen because it has a double attack. I guess that one does too. Yeah. We will work on you. You should be able to kill the Froggen? Yeah, because you do enough damage. Okay. Well, I am happy with Stia's skills on that class, I must say. Okay, yeah. Not weak to that. Get stabbed then. Bang, bang, bang! Here I was saying maybe this would just be a 30-minute one, and now look at me. Ooh, a pomegranate. That's the BP, right? Yep, grants 1 BP. Always nice. Hello, some wheels? Metal times 4. Okay. Well, we will be back here probably once we upgrade town, and I will have the... I will not only be stronger, so I'll probably just like plow right through that enemy that beat us up. We can also unlock that chest. So maybe the extra skill or extra job classes for my character are tied to just first aid yourself. Maybe it's tied to restoring Wish Veil. So the more things we do there, the more job classes and stuff I get access to. That would make sense to me. So we will see. And then I imagine side quests and stuff is probably how we get new party members. Alright, so we just need to get out of here now. I'll take my increased combat chance, that's fine. Alright, we just need to get to a town or something now, and the resources have respawned. Like I said, probably going to need a lot of this stuff, if I had to guess. Probably going to need an absolute ton of it. I was thinking daggers might not be good against you. I'm honestly shocked axes are. I could not imagine trying to hit a bird with an axe. But you do you. I would have thought fans would maybe be good against them. Because I don't know. You know, you blow air at them or something. Bottle of poison dust. I feel like that item usually is not great. A set chance to inflict an enemy with poison, and it doesn't even tell you the chance. Which is just incredibly rude. For an item like that, it should just be guaranteed, quite frankly. Otherwise, it's just like, why am I gonna risk using something like that? Like I said, the magic stones are usually pretty busted in these games. In Bravely Default, they can really get you through some rough moments early on in the game. And they can in Octopath as well. But Bravely Default especially, I know they're super, super strong. I don't know if I tried fan on you. I did not. Well, you're dead anyway, so bye-bye. Give me this. Lumber times 2. Anything else out here? It doesn't look like it. You have some chickens. Very cute. Hello? Is anyone home? Fraggin' kids. I'm here, I'm here. Time? Huh? Oh, hey, it's you! I thought I recognized you. Must be drinking too much. Being a ghost of Wishvale's little ones. We're not ghosts, it's Stia and Quinn. God, can it be? You're alive. You're so much bigger than I remember. We're glad to see you again too, Time. It's about time. At night. Barely managed to get away. Found his abandoned shack and hid till the danger passed. You two, how have you been? Actually, we're working on rebuilding Wishvale. You're doing what? Father may be gone, but I want to carry on his legacy and restore the village to what it was. Though, so far we've only built a workshop. That's amazing, Stia. Lavore would be so proud of you. And Quinn, what about your folks? Sorry to hear that. It really is just the two of you then. Incredible. You're working so hard and I'm here drinking my life away. Time, won't you return to Wishvale? You can help us rebuild the village. Even if I did, what use would I be? I mean, an extra hand, some extra opinions on decisions. What do you think we should do, Quinn? Probably give him an intervention about the drinking problem. During your journey, you'll encounter people you can invite to come and live in Wishvale. First, inquire with people about their history, and if they seem open to relocating, invite them to Wishvale. Yay! I'm gonna go steal your stuff first, though. Making a good first impression. Cheap whiskey. I was about to say, you seem like a whiskey guy. You want to talk to me? Man who was born and raised in Wishvale. When the town was attacked, he found shelter in an abandoned shack and has been living there ever since. Sometimes he goes to the nearby town to do some work, but most of the money he earns end up going towards the alcohol he drinks. Resident skills stone supply. Regularly receive a delivery of stone. Nice. Invite. Yeah. Fine, I'll go. Hey! Welcome. Really a place for me too. Place for everyone, friend. I love this kind of stuff. I love, like, Suikoden. Like, honestly, I do need to play the entire Suikoden series at some point. Because their whole thing with, like, oh, you collect party members and stuff is just so made for me. And the only Suikoden game, aside from one, that I've spent a significant amount of time with is Suikoden 4, which I played an absolute ton as a child. One of the games I have the fondest memories with, and I wouldn't even say it's like a fantastically amazing game. In fact, I think as far as the Suikoden series goes, Suikoden 4 is not listed very highly among them, but I just loved it as a kid. Because it's very, like, naval pirate focused. It, you know, was the first time I really got introduced to the whole, you can, like, basically recruit most characters in the game. You have your little base and everything. I just love that sort of stuff. Suikoden 1 was very, very cool to play, so it would be neat to play 2 at some point as well. And 3, 4, 5. North Rippleside Coast, Theatropolis. North Theatropolis Plains, beyond that, Emberglow. But it'd be really cool to play them. Also, 100 Heroes, which has been on the Patreon poll a few times, and is like kind of a spiritual successor to Suikoden as well. Okay, we should probably get Theatropolis on our map. There's also this place though. Wait, how do I get over there actually? Can I not from here? Oh, I must have to go around that way. Yeah. Lumber ×2. Oh, there's a treasure chest here. Well, let's grab a screenshot of that. Good. Gotta keep in mind where all of those are. Very important, because they could have some very nice things in them, like nuts, or rare building materials, or really good equipment. Give me my ribbon. Make me immune to all status ailments, please. That would be phenomenal. Ooh, this has equipment. Nothing. Just an olive of life. Never mind. Gold is supposed to be like better stuff. Rarer stuff. Knight's Ardent Garrison. This is a combat area? Seemed to be what it was insinuating, but I'm unsure about that. Nope, I can't get into combat here. Never mind. Okay, we're leaving. At least it seems to be insinuating that by the screen turning red when I run. Yeah, that's like a dungeon, kind of, I guess. Probably for some sort of story bit that we'll do at some point. And then that leads over there, which it doesn't look like there's a town, so I'm going to go here. We want to get to Theatropolis. Boom. Bang, bang. Very dead. Goodbye. Nice level up, Thea. I don't need much more to get my first support skill, right? Yeah, 5 more JP, and then, learn 4 battle skills to unlock. So yeah, my next one, I'll get a new support skill. Can I just get that really quickly? It's like 5 more, right? That's like, what, 1 more battle? Come on, just get me in a fight real quick. Just a single frog, and hopefully this is still enough, though. It does always trip me up that there's like multiple versions of the same enemy that have different weaknesses and resistances in Octopath. A lot of other games don't really do that. Keeps you on your toes, though. Oh, that was just 2? Okay, never mind. I don't want to do another fight. Let's just go in here. We'll get it soon. It's fine. Oh god, big town to explore though. Oh god, it's giant. It's giant. I do vaguely remember this town, but I might be getting it confused with one in Octopath 2. Or Suikoden, frankly. List the town's residents as helpers, and they will assist you in battle. Use the path actions hire, impress, and recruit to add helpers. Summon them in battle, and they will aid you with their skills after you perform an action. Each helper has a limit to the number of times they can be called upon. Once you've reached the limit, use path actions to recruit them again. So yeah, we still have that. Welcome to Theatropolis, the city of arts. If you're looking for the theater, it's up north. Soldier guarding entrance. Sorry, but I cannot comply. You require guidance? Flatland's house blueprints. Ooh. Soldier guarding the entrance to Theatropolis. His gruff countenance tends to strike fear into travelers, so he makes a point of offering a warm, cheerful welcome in any directions they may need. Helm cleaver mastery. Silver-laden axe, sturdy helm, entreat. Physical sword damage to a foe and lower physical defense. That seems good. Silver-laden axe. Ooh. It's probably better. Recruit? Interesting. Only 5% chance there. That's something I can't grant. There we go. Got it. That sturdy helm might be good. Thank you for your axe. Okay. You had a hand axe before. Look at that attack increase. Hell yeah. Welcome to Theatropolis. If you're looking for the theater, yep. Okay. Well, we gotta do our rounds in the JRPG town, you know. This is where a lot of the time is put into these games, just exploring the town, talking to everybody, especially in Octopath. I think for like Throne's city, I think it took me like an entire episode, possibly more than one, to see the entire town. Augusta's a genius. I understand why everyone sings his praises. I'd like to see a cheerful play every once in a while. Want to discuss the latest play? Recipe book. A ruddy-faced old man who loves his booze. He understands the power of Auguste's dramaturgy, but would still rather see something with more general appeal, like a farce or a swashbuckling adventure. Originally a hunter by trade, he is now retired and spends his days in glorious idleness. Okay. Recruit. Man who wants to see a cheerful play. And Sanguine Dust. Chance of inflicting bleeding on foe. Does the following effects restore 10% HP? Give me both of these. Maybe old, but still useful. I don't really even know that I want to recruit you, honestly. But the hired help doing it that way thing, that's from Octopath 1, because you could kind of recruit people to fight alongside you. I think you can do it in 2 as well, but I mostly remember just doing the hired help with, like, merchant. But I might be misremembering. Woman fond of the coastlands. Woman from the coastlands, cheery and capable. She attracts the advances of many would-be suitors, but is quick to brush them off. Of course, this only makes her more appealing. 3 tomatoes, Peacebringer's garb, seasoning gift. Regularly receive a delivery of foods. Ooh. Danger level 23. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Invite. Sure, I was starting to get bored of this place anyway. Woman fond of the coastlands can now become a resident. Hey. Drinks in Theotropolis are really something. Party. Yeah, standing by. Change skills. Restore reputation, which we can do because we are absolutely going to have our reputation demolished with me interacting with every single character. You there, have you seen the army of frogs on the plains? Haunts my dreams. I cannot go forth to do business while it remains there. Army of frogs. I mean, I saw the frog in, but is that hinting at like a side quest or something? The Octopath Equipment Archive? Merchant who spends every trade journey in a state of permanent terror. A froggen licked his face as a child and he still has nightmares about it. Now all monsters look like froggins to him, sending him into a constant panic, much to the consternation of his bodyguards. This is amazing. I love the little lore you get about the various characters in these games by, you know, examining these things. Danger level 9? I could probably take you. We do need to heal, though. I could probably take you, though. Let's go heal. Let's stay. 150? I can do that. I don't think I had any food, or I would have made food to prep for that boss that we fought in the dungeon. Okay. But let's use it now. Physical attack plus 5% and restore HP at the end of battle. Okay. Impress? Contend with to obtain items? Yes. It's only frogs that scare me, okay? Oh, wait, you have backup? Oh, geez, I didn't know you'd have backup. Okay, wait a second here. Not weak to that. Not weak to that. Okay, well that's great. Light soulstone. Ooh, the fact that they have soulstone scares me. That's not enough? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Poison dust? Let's try it. Hey, poison! Ow. God, they're scary, actually. I should... Elfric. Elfrico. Thank you. Ow. 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 Okay. If I can just take one of them out, we'll be in such a better spot. But the problem is, we don't seemingly have any weapons that I can use to break at least this front one. Are you even yellow yet? If you're not, then I'm done. Okay, no, you are. There you go. Chop wood. Damn it. I was hoping that would be enough. Ooh. Oh my god, they all just targeted me. Unfortunate. If any of them had hit Stia instead, I would have been fine. God, this shark has like no HP either. Just die. There we go. Okay. This isn't even worth it, probably. I'm just getting like some soul stones from these nerds. Ooh. Okay, wait a second. Do have... I'm going to have to heal. I'm going to have to heal. Alright. Okay. Stroke of Genius. I just don't think that's worthwhile here. God, are any of them... Am I going to be able to break any of them? No, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Just triple arc this nerd. It's not going to be that effective. Well, it sucks that I missed. That part really sucks. Ow. My last healing grape. Oh my god, that BP gain is stupid. It's so good. I'm so glad I grabbed that. Oh my god, it's phenomenal. Okay. Missed.
こっちの
Oh no. Okay, well that's bad. Oh wait, no, I do have one more olive of life. I'm using all of my olives on this. All just for a random fight.
こっちの番
Okay.
いや
Die.
ー大工の番
You are still alive? Go away. Oh my god. Die. You're red. Holy shit, you must be holding on by the skin of your teeth there. Jesus. You have to be holding on by the skin of your teeth. I think we're gonna die, though. God, what a jerk. First aids. I don't think I'll be able to keep us alive here.
直すね
I can heal us a bit, though, with first aid. Okay. Light Soul Stone, very annoying. Going to weaken your defense. Okay. I'm going to weaken your physical attack and defense again. Alright.
こっちの番
Then you are going to first aid yourself. Alright. We might be able to recover here. Possibly. Okay, you're actually weak to something that I have. Thank God. Alright. Bang, bang, bang. Jeez. Took long enough. Alright. We have a chance here.
チャンスだよ
You are going to first aid because we need to keep that HP up and I'm all out of grapes. Ooh, perfect. Hit us with some Ilfric's favor. If only that restored like my my SP as well.
行くよ
That would make it super good.
あらら
Oh, you missed one. Oh, you can't be doing that. Alright, you're broke.
チャンスだよ
I will chop wood. All of this for some random merchant that I probably don't even
チャンスだよ
super need the items from. Because this isn't even for like actually recruiting you or whatever.
行くよ
This is just for the items that you had. I'll have to fight you again for the other stuff.
こっちね
Shows how weak we are right now, though.
遊びじゃないかな
At least we got some JP for it. You know, at least we got that. I did have to use like all of my items, but use it with care. Thank you. Impress. No, I'm not doing that. I mostly just didn't want the reputation loss. But using absolutely everything, you know, that we have, important for a variety of reasons. Okay, learn skill. Raise evasion, ice damage, song skill, raise elemental attack, elemental defense. I kind of wouldn't mind another option. So normally I would go for Peacock Strut, but I think I'm going to go for Frosty Refrain here. Yeah, give me that. The show goes on. Learn more battle skills to unlock additional support skills. You can toggle them on and off from learn skills in the menu. Up to 4 skills can be active, excludes action. Yep. The equipped character grants an attribute raising effect, extend duration by 1 turn. That is a extremely good one. So, alright, cool. And it's just on, yeah, by default. Nice. That reminds me, that other thing that I got, Helm Cleaver Master. I guess you can only use that if you're a warrior? Crops don't sell too well here because the theater's already got the regular vendors. Guess that's the trouble with these closed-off communities. Pushy farmer. You want to hear what I have to say? Even if you don't, you're going to hear it anyway. Farmer who came to sell his produce in Theatropolis. He tried his aggressive sales pitches, but quickly learned the town already had a distribution network in place. He now searches for somewhere his methods might be appreciated. Harvest experts. Fields, ranch, slightly increases the yield. Effect is not cumulative. The following items are needed to impress them. Tomato salad. Well, give me my critical nut, my paprika, and my tomato. Heavens, glad someone finally bought something. I mean, I didn't buy anything. I just stole it from you, but okay. Okay. What did I just want to do? The critical nut, yeah. Increases my crit. I mean, currently it feels like I should probably mostly be putting these things on my main character. Because like I said, they will always be in the party. The only problem is I don't know if I'm actually going to be setting my main character up to be a mage or a physical attacker yet. But I'll go with critical nut on you. Just because you will always be in the party, so. We've seen far more tourists in recent years, and it's all thanks to August. But it would, you know, be a bummer to waste it on Stia, and then, like, I don't use her enough for it to matter. Ask me anything. Smithy recipes. Merchant who makes his money from tourists visiting the theater. By making friends with actors and obtaining their personal effects to sell, he makes vast profits. At the moment, he appears to be selling props used in a play about a clan of beast-taming hunters. Beast-taming hunters, huh? From a certain village? Additional smithy recipe, iron dagger, feathered hat. And I can hire you. You have first aid. 2,400 to hire you, though. I think I'm good there. Okay, I can haggle this down. I'm going to haggle that down. Pleasure doing business. Don't need to hire you. Definitely want to give that dagger to me. That would have made this fight a lot easier if I had had that. And I also got like a feather hat. Lowers my elemental attack, but raises my defenses quite a bit. So yeah, we're gonna put that on. How about one to go see the show? Ooh, grapes. Yeah, give me 10. And 2 olives of live. And like one of each of these, just in case. Do want some of that as well. Just spent like all of my money, but healing items are important, and I just blew all of them. Oh, danger level 39. Okay, don't go that way. We'll be back for you like several hours later. Can't believe I can do business without any sort of fee. This is nothing like Valor. Valor is a town in the forest far to the west. It's run by unsavory types. What do you want to know? Ooh, list of trade goods. Merchant from the town of Valor in the woodlands. He was hoping to test his business acumen in a town where money talks, but he drifted over to the flatlands after his dream fell flat. Shady apothecary in Valor taught him how to make a concoction that still comes in handy when fleeing his debts. Poison dust? I'm guessing that's what you got. Haggle. I don't even know that I need the poison dust, really. I think I'm good. Healing grape would have been nice, actually. The crit necklace is quite nice, though. Or critical earring, sorry. That's pretty much all I could do with you. Take a look around our shop. You're sure to find some fine smith work. Talking to customers is part of the job. Calculating blacksmith's apprentice. He respects his master's insistence on authenticity, but finds his earning potential curtailed by his master's selectivity about his work. He is trying to convince his master to handle theater props too, but with little success. None of those are super great. The plum is the thing I would like the most. Oops. Invite. Yeah. Real weapons are just ones for the stage. I'll make a place that sells them all. Yay, new residents. Okay, I definitely don't have enough money for anything in here. Yeah, absolutely not. Got some neat stuff in there, though. I can get chakrams. That's fun. Definitely need to rest. Alright, we are going to save, and here's what we are going to do. World map. RB. Go. Bam. Because we can teleport back to that town, so I want to see what we've unlocked here. Is this really Wishvale? Breaks my heart to see it like this. It'll only get better from here. We're going to make it a bustling town like it used to be. But first, Time's going to need a place to stay. Just like with the workshop, let's clean up the debris and build a new house. I got you. Don't worry. Be happy. Building area expanded. Get out of here, debris. Yeah, I've played Pocopia and many life sims. Alright, let's get this place humid. Hi. Right, time to build a house. If we're out of lumber, would you mind gathering some out by the trail? If you run out of materials, check to see where, how, and from they can be obtained. And, place A on an empty plot. Structures that are removed can be placed again without the use of materials. Build a thriving town to enrich the lives of residents. Okay, structures that are removed can be placed again. Nice. Raise the town level to unlock more structures and increase room. Buildings that can house residents. Each facility has its own unique feature. Structures to brighten the town. Change the ground's aesthetic without the use of materials. Nice. Okay, well, I'm not too good at, like, building, like, you know, in these games. I'm in fact pretty garbage at it, I would say. But, I will try my best. I will try my best. And I'll try to not make this place look too dystopian. Consecutive placements. Boom. Press, you can now house those you invited to Wishvale. Press A on top of a facility and select housing and choose a resident to place there. Grow the town and watch Wishvale flourish. Utilizing the resident skills can help you develop. Timescale is stone supply. Place him in a house and he'll periodically gift you a stone. Time passes in Wishvale with each battle won. Stop by once in a while to see how things are progressing. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. If I place this right here, I think we'll be able to squeeze one more house here. I'll just have to move that sign. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. I think I could do it... No, we can't, like, properly space them out how I would want to there. And we do only have this building area to utilize currently, so I do have to, like, make the most of what I have. But we can rearrange things as needed. Quit town building, yes. Now, open door. I do need to put you in the town. Right? How do you, open the build menu again? Let's zoom. Here we go, X. Buildings. Ooh. Yes? I would love to build that. Interesting. Natural decorations. Ground tiles. Can be placed without using materials. Nice. Okay. Now the house is finished. Let's have Time move in. Oh, okay, you had to tell me. Housing. Okay, yeah, there we go. Alright, so Time allows you to invite people to become residents of the town. If I have a place to live, I guess. Delivery of food. Stone supply. Boom. Wait, I can force you to live with someone? Okay, you two are bunking together. Here you go. Time and the smithy apprentice live together. Enjoy. They were roommates. Oh, what a marvelous job you done. More than match for Lavor's work. Thanks, Time, but you're much too kind. Not at all. Your craftsmanship exudes the same warmth as your father's houses. Bespeaks your love for Wishvale. You can't imagine how happy that makes me. I have the utmost faith that the two of you have what it takes to rebuild our village. Let me do what I can to assist you. Thank you so much. Before we roll up our sleeves, let's celebrate your work with a toast. I'll taste all the sweeter in my beloved new home. No, whiskey tastes like shit. There's no sweetness there at all. Also, you two are probably not roommates. I think you're old enough to be the apprentice's dad. Town building has been unlocked. Talk to Stia to get started. Talk to Stia and select town building, build a town of your own. Expand the town by completing various town tasks. Okay, rekindling the flame part 1, done. And I can apparently come to this and build stuff whenever. Housing. So, invite people to become residents and regularly receive a delivery of foods. Okay, I guess you're bunking with me. Sorry. Okay, I do want to place this, preferably like right here, because I want to have an easily seen save point there. I would like a better spot for this because I'm probably going to be putting another house here. Let's put that like right there for now. Cannot be moved. Cannot be removed. What? Oh no. It can't be? Okay, I won't be able to squeeze a house there then. Okay, so then what we're going to do is put this right here. Yeah. Let's just do that. Fine. I mean, well, no, I guess I can just put it back in its old spot, like right here. We can squeeze some other things there. Lovely white flowers that puts people at peace. I think we need a good tree stump, you know? Let's have, a nice little tree stump right here. This can be our, like, little reading area. Sorry, I promise I won't get too crazy into the decorating. Sometimes I like to do it, but I feel like I'm not super great at it. Let's do this. And then put one purple right there. Nice little reading area. You know? Quit town building for now. Okay, so I can go in here and get stuff. Sound like this, the drinks ain't free. Oh. Oh, I can fight you for an unerring earring and chicken meat ×3. So, I'm guessing... Yeah, I don't need to, talk to them for the deliveries. Probably just happens. I could also try to contend with you at some point. Good to know. I can also just beat up my own villagers for their stuff. You know? Guess it's more like a friendly bet after a duel. You know, that's how the game actually portrays it. Alright, and there's nothing else for me to construct really at the moment. I feel like I had some other things, but should probably extend the path a little bit too. Yeah, consecutive placement, change size. Okay. That checks out. That checks out. Good. Alright. Like I said, you know, maybe I can spruce up town when I see fit, like off-screen and stuff as well, so people don't have to sit here and watch me decorate. Or, you know, the town stuff could all just be something I could handle on stream if it ever got, like, really grindy or something, and then I could just put, like, you know, the Cliff Notes version of that into the video, what have you. We will see, but hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.